Oh my. Oh my.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shayne Neubert, and today I have a very special guest in the studio. Man, actually, I thought you would have been on the show a long time ago. With all the shit that Ken talks, Ken from the Bone Collector, you guys remember that guy? Well, we've got one of his most fierce competitors.
Oh.
So today in the studio, we have Jason Wates in the studio. Jason is the head of Team Apple Smoke,
yep.
Apple Smoke, and also hosting the Showdown on 67 barbecue competition. Oh, you even got the pamphlet. Is it Showdown on 67 or 67 Showdown?
Route 67 Showdown.
All right. And yeah, so we'll just start with that. Like, if you just kind of want to brief everybody.
Yeah, what we have going on, the Route 67 Showdown, that's going to happen on October 9th in Viola, Illinois. Going to be a great time. This is about the fourth competition that I've hosted with the help of World Food Championships, Mr. Mike McLeod, the CEO, and his great team there. We give away a golden ticket to the World Food Championships, and this is the important key to.
So is that the actual ticket that the person's going to win?
That is the actual ticket.
So if we spill a drink on it, that's not a good deal?
No, that would not be a good deal.
Okay.
I don't want to have to get another one from Tennessee.
Okay. we should make a photocopy of it so then I can just claim one too. Would that work?
Yeah, we'll get the big one, the fake golden ticket thing.
So I have one question, and we're going to dive back into all of this. We're going to talk about the competition a little bit more. We're going to talk about you and some wrestling and slamming some chairs and stuff. We're gonna do the whole thing here, but
get a little crazy.
Now, you and Ken have went against each other in cook-offs.
Correct.
Who has the winning number?
That son of a bitch beat me a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. And he is a great competitor. He is a great pitmaster. That guy is really, his craft is perfected. And we've competed on a couple of occasions in different tournaments and that. And I was coming up in those areas, and he was already claiming some fame. And it's always fun, That's the great thing about competition. I think brings everyone together. No one thought years ago, no one would have ever expected what's kind of going on with Bone Collector now and Team Apple Smoke. And, we were both fierce competitors. We both do our own thing. And bringing that together, you have to mesh well to endure other things. Oh,
we've got him now. We got Ken on the phone here. Hey, Ken, are you going to show up, or are you just going to be a scumbag?
I'm going to try to show up. I'm not sure yet.
You're live.
Yeah, you're on the podcast right now. If you make it, just walk in. You know where we are, so we'll be down here if you make it in time, okay?
All right, I'll undress in the kitchen, then I'll come down.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we're already in our wrestling outfits ready for you.
I forgot my cape.
Right,
Damn it.
I got a cape and a mask.
Oh, yeah. Nacho Libre. Goodbye.
See you later.
We actually have an attachment now, so we can hook up the phone if I would have known. But yeah, so what would you say is because you, just like Ken, when he was here, I did a lot of research on him and seeing some of his presentations and stuff like that. Now you've done whole hog and stuff, it's all that as well. You've actually, you seem to have traveled a lot more than Ken. You go around a lot of different places to compete.
Yeah, I started off in rib competitions and backyard competitions like a lot of competitors do. Mm-hmm. Took me a couple of years getting my ass kicked and figuring out what meshed right for me. And I put together a certain form of what I wanted to do. And once I did that, it started taking off, and I started taking grand championships. And a few years later, I went to a competition someone had tagged me in. Had no clue what it was really about. It was World Food Championships. You got a golden ticket, and you had to do 5 turn-ins of 5 different dishes. Everything from vegan to burger to
How do you
wings.
do a vegan? How do you do a vegan barbecue tray?
What I did was I thought what everyone's gonna do is they're like peppers. They're gonna do stuff like that. I ended up doing a vegan enchilada and smoked it, and then topped it with like pico de gallo and stuff like that.
Oh man!
Yeah, I think it was actually I topped it with a black bean corn salsa. Is what I did.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with corn salsa, man.
Oh, no.
And dude, there's actually a salsa. It's a corn salsa, but it's peach salsa.
Oh, yeah.
At Tanner's Orchard. Oh my God, that peach salsa! It is incredible. Who would have thought that peach and salsa would go together? But I'm actually trying my route at a honey hot sauce rub. Oh man, because it is that sweet and it is that spicy, man. When it hits together, you wouldn't think it would work, but it does.
And it's like the sweet and savory, the mesh of different, all different flavors. Once you combine them, you think, oh man, this ain't gonna turn out good. And it may take you a couple test runs, but ultimately, when they pair together, it's a beautiful thing. And
so, what's the craziest thing that you've made then?
Craziest,
ballsiest.
I will say, like when I won my first golden ticket to the World Food Championships, when I did that tournament in Iowa, it was 5 categories. I won 4 of the 5 with 3 sets of blind judges and got second place in the category I lost, which was bacon. I took a golden ticket, and I thought, I'm going to barbecue here. Well, then I find out that I'm in Kitchen Arena with 50 other chefs from Food Network.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Cooks versus Cons, you name it. And my first round is Eggs Benedict.
Oh, my.
My second round, because it was a World Recipe Championships, 2016. And I did it was like 6 berry cream cheese stuffed French toast for my signature turn-in.
And so have you ever done anything like this?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I've cooked all my life. I was 18 years old. I was in John Deere World Headquarters and learned my way up there from a dishwasher to sous chef to prepping food and helping out all the other chefs to learning. And then getting to this, I did this originally. The barbecue thing was for fun. I was a corporate accident investigator at the time. Had no plans of being a cook or none of that. But I always barbecued on the weekends. It was like my stress reliever. And to be able to do it now and to go to tournaments and meet the folks that I do, it's everything.
So when you say something like that, I correlate it back to kind of like myself. Like I have done a lot of different things. I'm always doing something. I like to try to be good at a lot of things, or not even good. I just like to pick something and then really try to perfect it. So over the last year, I wanted to learn how to make bread.
Yeah.
Well, so I started to learn how to make bread, and then I was like, no, I don't want my bread to taste like this. I want it to taste so much better. And so I am endless hours of just making bread, throwing bread away. And I realized to myself that I thought that I was getting stressed out because I was throwing this bread away because it wasn't perfect. But, man, I realized that it was actually a huge stress reliever because I was doing nothing, mindless work, making bread, waiting hours for it to rise or waiting hours for it to cook and cool and all these different things. And, man, I love doing it. I love doing it. And now I feel like I've perfected like 8 or 9 different styles of bread.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, and that's a great thing about food and about cooking and having the passion for it is you can create whatever you want. And you're never, ever, any day not going to be able to find something to create that is absolutely different.
I mean, it may not be good.
Right. PB&J was a little spicy. I don't know. But,
Or did you see everybody keeps sharing the deviled eggs with PB&J inside of a
oh,
deviled
no.
egg?
I'd fucking throw up. There's no way.
Dude, I wish I had. Do I have it behind me? No, I don't. I was gonna say Ken the last time he was here tried to bomb Beyond Insanity, and I really wanted you to try it. he was hurting.
No, I bet
he was in some serious pain. But you want to know? Like and some people get in serious pain when they start trimming up their down south region, but you won't do that with Manscaped. Visit manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping. Always use the right tools for the job. And the Lawnmower 4.0 is designed by Elon Musk's team to be nick-free. It's got an LED light. You can use it in the shower.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and you got some
candles going, yeah.
To drop a little bath bomb.
Damn right.
Oh, man.
Little Epsom salts.
Oh my gosh, It sounds. And after a hard day of wrestling, I'm sure you could use that. Use the promo code SHOT30. That is SHOT, the number 30 at manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping. Now let's break out of barbecue for a minute.
All right.
I need to go into this wrestling thing. And the very first thing I'm going to ask you is the douchiest question in the world because I just want to.
All right.
But do you think wrestling is actually real?
The $110,000 neck surgery that I have, there's wrestling, is choreographed. It is what it is. It is sports entertainment. But the injuries are very real.
It's a sport that you really notice that one slip up, 1 inch, one miss, like you are talking these injuries.
Yes.
And then you've had multiple from what I read. So one was your neck and one was your back?
My back's been, I was thrown off of ladders through tables, hit with stuff, chairs, trays, backflips.
So what makes you as a man in Viola? Because trust me, I love it. I seriously love it. But what makes you as a man in Viola, like at an adult age, want to get a chair slammed on the back of your head?
I wouldn't do that shit anymore. I'll tell you that.
It was like 10 years ago you were doing it.
Well, yeah, it wasn't that long. It was one of the greatest times of my life. In the group that I, done some stuff with SCW, they're still going strong. Seth Rollins from WWE was actually a part of that organization as well.
Dan, you think we can get him on the podcast?
We make some calls. I think he's over in Iowa.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy time.
What was your wrestling name?
The Duke of Destruction. Yeah, I didn't wear a cape. Oddly enough, I wear one now, but I did not do that at the time. I was usually a bad guy, so it was all about some dirty stuff. I had a gang of dudes.
Man.
They were some bad guys. A leprechaun and a whole bunch of them. But we would literally video. Sometimes we did like 3 events in a day, so I would wrestle sometimes like 4 times in one day. And them matches could go from 30 minutes to an hour. And you're everything from being dropped on tacks where they were literally having to pull that shit out of my back after that. Beat with chairs. I took pretty severe concussion from about 10 chair shots. And there was, there's no bullshitting in that one. I was like kind of a Mick Foley type character, where everyone was talking shit at that time. Wrestling was huge, and still is.
My buddy just met him.
Mick Foley?
Just got a picture with him.
I love that guy. I met Mick a couple times. But, I wanted people to go, oh, shit. What the hell just happened there? And not be like, oh, God, here's 2 guys, there's blah, blah, No, I wanted them to be like, what the fuck, and that's what it was. It was great. I had spinal fusion surgery. A few years after that, I literally could not function. My arm or anything was in so much pain in that, and then they dug in and found out why I was having some headaches and all that from multiple concussions, and that sucked. They shoved this when I had to go get a nerve test needle about this damn long. Shoved that son of a bitch in the back of my neck, man. I almost come off that table, but not a good time there. And recovery was, I think it was about 8 weeks or whatever.
Man. So who's your favorite wrestler then?
Oh, the Macho Man Randy Savage, brother.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah, dig it.
Dude, my favorite is the Iron Sheik.
Oh,
I have
Sheik.
I have a full tattoo. It covers almost half my back.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the Iron Sheik. Well, the reason I got it was I was probably about 21-ish, I think, and Miley Cyrus had just done that foam finger thing. With Robin Thicke, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Where she was like, and then the Iron Sheik posted on Twitter, and he said, "I hope Miley Cyrus get Ebola in butt and die." And I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever read in my entire life. And so I went to the tattoo parlor the next day. I was like, I want a tattoo of the Iron Sheik. And I was still drunk from the night before. I was still drinking the whole time of the tattoo, and I don't regret it. I love it.
Did you get the boots and everything?
It's actually like an animated part. It's like an animated picture of him. He's got his arms crossed, hairy on. It's great. It's great. But I do think one of the coolest stories I ever heard about the Iron Sheik too, because I guess I had to justify the fact that I had got a massive tattoo of him on my back. But was when he went to wrestle against, for WrestleMania, I think it was, against Hulk Hogan. And Iran said that they would pay him $2 million to actually, something like that, $2 million, crazy amount of money back then, to actually break Hulk Hogan's arm because they had it choreographed what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And he was going to have him almost break his arm, and then Hulk Hogan was going to throw him around, turn him, and, tap him out. But they said if you actually beat him on national television, we're going to pay you and you're going to live the most luxurious life. And he said, I respect this sport too much to do that. Like, I just think that's like, wow, to take something like wrestling, but man, it was a battle of countries, that's the way people look at it. And I just thought that was a really cool thing as well.
Well, and it's a huge thing, and I'll tell you just from being in the parts that I was of, and I was not in WWE, but the fans of wrestling are tremendous. They are dug in 150%, and they support the world, the World Wrestling or WWE, whatever, and that shit is real,
And the amount of women fans, like the female fans, that kind of blows my mind too. And like when you think about it,
that's my favorite.
Oh, the WWE women.
Oh,
or
if you're asking New Age, it would be Sasha Banks. That's absolutely the boss. Oh, she's my favorite.
What about old Ronda?
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Oh well, I have like a connect. Ronda Rousey. My daughter is named Summer Rae Rousey.
I did know that. I can't believe I forgot that. All of your kids are just one named after wrestlers?
No, I have a son, Savage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, Savage. Yeah, that's
Dominic Rage, Ari James, and then Summer Rae Rousey.
Man, it's a full commit, man.
Oh yeah.
So what if you?
And that was way before Ronda was. That was back when she was fighting.
So if you would have switched the times, like now, say you got into wrestling at an older age and you were into barbecue at a young age, your kids would be named like Pork Chop.
Oh yeah, Myron. Yeah.
Dude. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious if you named your kids after like cuts of meat or
Wellington, come here.
Yeah. Dude, Wellington sounds like every butler in the history of mankind.
Oh man, that Wellington is some good shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, man.
I was at Gordon Ramsay's a couple of months ago in Vegas and had the Wellington, and that was off the charts. I mean, it was perfect.
I've heard that it is, it's hard to top. It's hard to top because I mean he really changed the game with a lot of different things, especially cooking. Like he changed the game, and so when you actually try someone's food who changed the game and it is the way you think it should be, man, isn't that it's kind of like saying Tom Brady's the best football player in the world, blah blah blah, and then you go to a game and Tom Brady throws for 400 yards and 5 touchdown passes. It's like, wow, man, this is the real deal.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no, definitely real deal. And the chefs there, they do not play, and that being a chef, that's a huge thing, you know, and the commitment to that alone is absolute chaos. You know, it's nuts to do that.
So what is your favorite what's the word I'm looking for? Your favorite cooking, not show, but like movie about a chef.
Chef.
What's Chef?
The movie Chef.
Okay, what is it?
It's a movie about a chef that he is actually a chef in a business or whatever, gets canned over reviews, and then ends up starting a food truck. No, it's a great show.
I'll definitely watch it.
I'm trying to think of, damn, I should know the guy. John Leguizamo's in it. I know that. The main character, drawing a blank on his name right now. But he's in a
We'll put a picture of him right here.
He's the guy that plays with Iron Man.
Oh, Ron Jeremy.
No, not Ron Jeremy. That's a Black Sock guy, right? Didn't he just get life in prison or something?
Yeah, he did. He did. Wait, so Kevin Feige? Is it Feige?
Maybe.
Feige in Iron Man?
He played like Iron Man's buddy, the boss or whatever.
Yeah, Kevin Feige.
Maybe. He was the one dating Spider-Man's mom.
Yeah. I believe that's him. Kevin Feige, Iron Man. I might have said his name wrong. Yeah. Why is it? Why am I having such a hard? Okay. Yeah, this guy right here in the bottom left. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually wrote Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wrote a lot of the Marvel movies. Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely check it out. I have one that I really liked. It was a movie with Bradley Cooper.
Burnt.
Is that what it is? Where he gets beat up by the, like it's like a gang or something. Yeah, because that one where he's the head chef and oh man, I love that movie. I just don't really remember all the details.
Burnt. I think that's what that one's called. I've seen that once.
And then the other one that just came out about a chef. Whoo, Pig with Nicolas Cage. Nah, Pig with Nicolas Cage.
I haven't seen that.
About a truffle pig, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Man, you talk about Nick Cage's best work and worst work all stirred into one. Dude, let me just tell you the plot of this movie and then just sit there and try to figure out how it works. Nick Cage has a truffle pig, and it's the best one in New York City.
Right.
Someone steals his pig, they beat the shit out of him. He's relentless to find his pig, but come to find out, he used to get paid to get the shit beat out of him. He's the greatest ever. Rich people just beat the shit out of him. But he only did that to the side because whenever he had a bad day at his chef, he was as a chef, whenever he had a bad day, he would have people beat the shit out of him. He was also the world's greatest chef until his wife died. And now he just is a truffle pig guy.
And this is a real movie?
Just came out. I liked it.
And it's called Pig?
It's called Pig.
Oh, fuck, man. I'll have to check that out.
Oh, it's incredible.
It sounds like it.
I mean, my wife gave it...
no longer an hour? Or?
Yeah, it's about an hour and 20.
Okay.
My wife gave it a 1 out of 10, and in return, I just had to give it a 10 out of 10 because she hated it, but I was hooked the whole way. And then at the end, he's trying to get his pig back. Do you want me to ruin this for you?
Oh, fuck, go ahead.
At the end, he's trying to get his pig back. So the guy, the millionaire who stole his pig, he goes to his house, breaks in, and makes him dinner. And the guy just, it's been so long since he's eaten at Nicolas Cage's restaurant. And he just brought back all the memories of how good this food truly was. And so he has to tell him at the end, like he starts crying after eating a lamb chop or something. And he starts crying and he says, "They accidentally killed your pig." Yeah, dude.
Oh,
man.
Real tearjerker.
Yeah, it really was. Oh, but man, it's one of those bad movies that you just go, Fuck, I could watch that again.
Why'd they waste all that money?
Oh man, Nick Cage just has a brilliant career under his belt.
I know.
Either
Ghost Rider should be coming out. I mean, they should have done that.
they're talking about recasting him to play it. Oh, like come on,
He'll
guys.
have long white hair in this one.
Oh
beard.
man, the back of my head hurts just thinking about all this shit.
He'll be looking like that guy on Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you talking about Viggo Mortensen? Oh man, I just got to show you the picture. I'm gonna put the picture of Pig. Okay, here, wait. Nicolas Cage Pig, and I'm gonna put this picture up on the screen. Oh, God. Okay, so here's like the cover. Dude, just all you have to do is see these photographs from the movie. This is when he's cooking the guy dinner. Just covered
After
in
he
blood.
just got the shit beat out of him in that one.
Yeah, he turned at one point and said, "You need to wash your hands." It was fucking great.
Oof.
But yeah, so now let's get back into some more of the competition stuff. Now your very first win, like did you think like to yourself, "Hey man, I really think I want to do this so much more going forward," or were you like, that was cool, or what happened then?
No, I did. I definitely started going a lot and getting into it big time. I was doing like sometimes 4 competitions in a month.
Whoa, yeah, that's
at
a
one
lot.
point. Yeah, and it gets to a point that when you do this, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of pressure, and you start winning, people will, hey, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, and you keep pushing the bar of what you're doing, but there's a breaking point to everything, and you can do so many different things in this sport, and in food sports, I started in the barbecue stuff, got into KCBS stuff, and then
What's that mean?
Kansas City barbecue.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, and then doing World Food Championships once I won in that, and then finally figured out what I got myself into. I looked at that as a huge opportunity to do something very different than what everyone was doing barbecue stuff, and everyone kind of had their same platform and way they rolled, and that is not how I was running my stuff, and I promote Team Apple Smoke, I promote where I go, but you never see me running down no other teams or talking shit about. I will promote myself all day, but I won't run down other teams or talk shit or do any of that.
I mean, we could talk shit about Ken.
Well, bone collector, yeah. Don't get me started on that guy.
It's like the scrubs of barbecue over there at the bone collector. Man, and he's whipping up some nude. Oh my gosh. Oh, the pork chop the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. Good.
Iowa chop. Oh yeah. Rubens were out the door today.
Dude, the only problem I have is every single time I ever try to go there, I don't even stand a chance to get food.
Well, there's starting this over, like with the pandemic and everything like that. People have to understand, in barbecue, there's 2 ways that's done. You can mass produce shit, and it will be, just like restaurants all over the place that are just
You go, yeah.
Yeah, and this is barbecue with passion. I
totally
real
understand,
deal.
yeah.
And that's, when it's gone, it's gone.
Mm-hmm. It takes hours and hours and hours to not just make the food, but just get the meat cooking.
Yeah, preparation for all that stuff. There's hours in that, and then you got to get it on. Then you got to get everyone ready, and then get everything served up. And it's a lot. And
I mean, I still I almost tremble thinking about the Ken story where he overdid the ribs. Oh my gosh!
I was there that day.
Oh my! And he just pitched them all. Had to pitch them all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I would have paid for some Junko ribs. He said I couldn't put my name on it.
No,
and I understand it. I understand.
That's the mark of a chef of what you do. You know, I was executive chef of a place that was steak and prime rib and stuff like that. That is your name on that. So if you send that out, you know, you're going to, you know, send me a burnt steak to the pass, and these people are paying, you know, $25, $30 for this fucking steak. That son of a bitch better be absolutely perfect.
I can tell you right now, I'm on the course right now of mastering steak on the grill, and I have finally found a route, and I am in love. Like I
love steak.
when we get done with this, I'm going to show you my pictures on my phone. Man, I literally just pulled it, and it was just dripping and beautiful, and oh man, like. And I had that grill so freaking hot.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, turn it down. But man, I felt like it was melting my contacts when I took it out. But
500 degrees.
Oh, it was, I had it cooking for, both sides about, 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
Sear it and then put it up top. And I had it in for an extra, maybe 20, 25. I just don't like...
You know, medium?
I don't like blood. I don't like blood. I like pink. I don't like blood. So I got to make sure all the blood's out of there.
Right.
But, yeah. And
I'm a mid-rare guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
hit that bitch and throw her on a plate there.
Oh, God. You like it still twitching?
Oh, no, I won't eat blue. I'm not down with that. But a perfect mid-rare, like I took some pictures of when I was at Gordon Ramsay's and got the mid-rare. Mm-hmm. And there's my brother. He wants everything well. But he was like, oh, there's blood dripping. I go, no, there's not blood. That's great.
Yeah, I mean... I'm actually testing out a few new things tonight. Like I am always cooking something. I'm always I'm a seasoned guy. Like I love to play with seasonings, and Timmery will just like make some food, and then she'll be like, "Hey, will you come and do your thing?" And then I just sit there and look at what the plate is, and I just look at all the seasonings, and I just figure out. And sometimes I trade crazy things that I would never think would work, and sometimes they work really good. Yeah, so like I'll make a side dish, and oh my gosh, I'll just bring you guys some stuff sometime. But I love to whip stuff up and play the game. But bread right now is where I have to keep my focus in,
on the bread.
But I just want to learn. I want to learn so many more different styles. I want to be able to make. You know, like a Hawaiian sweet roll, just like the real Hawaiian sweet roll, not like the Walmart version, even though the Walmart version's bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are fucking good. But like the real original version of it where they had this cloud, almost like a beignet of just like, you know what a beignet is?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Incredible, right?
Yeah.
Whoa. About it's probably the only reason why we should keep New Orleans, like we should keep people there. Otherwise, I think maybe we should just move people up north and let's quit rebuilding everybody's house down there. It's just gonna keep happening.
That's a whole situation.
It's very unfortunate, but maybe we should just quit moving back in there.
Yeah. There's areas down there. I mean, it's been bad for years. It's getting bad. I mean. I couldn't do that. You know, I heard about that last, what was it, flood or hurricane down there or whatever, and it was a story about the lady and her husband going through the water or whatever, and a fucking alligator grabs the guy, and boom, he's gone.
Man, you survived the flood. You're about to get out, and boom.
Yeah.
Your gator food.
Oh.
Weesh. Oh, man. And I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and I saw this video. Man, this alligator grabbed this zebra. And this is not the kind of shit that I want to watch, but man, it grabbed this zebra, and it caught it. Like, one of its teeth caught it and opened its whole insides up. The zebra was still running away as its intestines and all the organs were way back at the pond.
Oh.
It looked at itself, and it was like, all right, I don't think we're going to make it this time. Eesh. But Facebook, I just try to stay away from it now.
You have to. I mean, and I don't like to get on a roll with that. I try to, on Facebook or whatever, I talk about food. I talk about my family. I talk about competitions and stuff like that. But for a lot of people, they share all kinds of shit on there, Nothing is sacred, on Facebook or whatever. And there's a billion lies, they go back and forth, and you got people believing shit all over the place. I mean,
I'll tell you, the one girl out there at the Bone Collector, I think her name's Josie. That girl gets on Facebook with guns a-blazing, and like all to her own. But man, I was like, good Lord. She'll post a status and she's swinging left and right at everybody. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you can't, I don't partake in that, and I don't think, that, I mean, you get nothing from that. And people that are on there talking shit, all it's doing is dividing folks, and people are making up shit to divide folks, and that's absolutely wrong.
That's actually I wrote some of my stand up for this weekend about that. It is so crazy, like, and it doesn't matter if you have an opinion or not, like it doesn't matter. No one is hearing anybody else,
right?
Their ears are shut down. They don't care what you say, and that's why, nobody will know anything. And here's the other one. This is one of the number one things that like drive me crazy. Dude, like if me and my wife were to get into a fight, if she were to get on Facebook and be like, well, I guess my life, or like just another piece of shit, or like if that is when couples do that, that is madness to me.
Right.
Because what are you
accomplish?
What are you exactly?
Nothing.
I can't even fathom that. Like, fix your problems. Go if you want to talk to somebody, maybe go talk to the person you just got into a fight with.
Yeah.
Like it is weird, man. We hide behind the internet, and it's only going to get worse because now people have full identities behind the internet.
Yeah.
People only like you could take a person you would never even hear say one word in person and be the bravest person on the internet. But they are able to create identities on there, and that is exactly where our world is turning. People talk about the simulation, or we're all part of this AI taking over, or IA, whatever we want to go with. But, man, we really are creating internet identities that aren't real.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happens all the time. There's people hacking in, making shit up, and getting people into fights, and they're from other goddamn countries. I mean,
yeah. I don't know. Like, the internet's good for adult cinema and finding all the genres you can need. But I mean, back in the day, there was a vent when I was like, I don't know, I think it was probably 14 years old. There was a vent in the basement of my parents' house, and I reached up in it, and I was like doing this, like I'm like, what is up in here? And then I found a VHS tape, and we still had the VHS still existed. So it was right at the end of it. Well, I was broke, so we watched VHS while everybody was on DVDs. But so I found this tape, and it just looked very sketchy, and there was a lot of X's on the cover of it. And I put it in. Man, I've never seen so much bush, dude.
Oh,
man.
shit.
Man, I was like horrified of hair for like a long time. I was really worried that the man and the woman, they were both so hairy that I thought they were going to get stuck together.
Thought it was a midget in the middle or something.
Yeah. Dude, who is that? He went down there and he was flossing his teeth.
Oh.
I was like, damn, dude. Come on. Had full crabs growing out. Like,
that's when they should have had that manscape.
Yeah, they missed on that opportunity back in the 80s, 70s. Oh.
They were still brushing it out with the combs and clipping.
Yeah. Man, at least we live in an era where that's kind of getting, I don't know, who cares if it's long or short, but like, let's not keep it too long. Like,
yeah.
You
like rolling fingers there is growing out and got twirls and shit happening. Yeah, no, come on.
You shouldn't be able to braid it. Come
on.
Oh. Making dreadlocks, putting a Bob Marley face in the middle of it. Oh, okay. So now with the competition, this Well, shit, it's in 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. What? Who are some of the competitors? Who's some of the judges? What is going on? And just, if you want to just drop out some of that stuff.
Yep, I'm still getting competitors in. Entries are still coming in. I know that I have the Smoke on the Water champion from last year, tournament I held in Rock Island. He will be here. Smitty's Smokehouse is his name. Jerry Spritz, another competitor. I have a team out of Aledo. I have some teams from Peoria, some more from Princeton. I believe one Geneseo. So there's going to be some top quality teams there.
And so how long does everybody have to sign up?
You have till that morning.
Okay, so So we're going to attach links below this video just so everybody knows if you do want to sign up, because we do have a very good listener base, Yep. And if you guys do want to sign up, get in on this, man. This is going to be a blast. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, and so we got great teams coming. We got some great sponsors. I've been posting on that. We'll keep posting. The judges, I'm still working on 2 more judges.
So there will be 5?
No, there will be 8.
8, okay.
Yep. We have returned Julian Vandervelde. He was a former defensive lineman or offensive lineman for Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm going to get him on the podcast. That's what's happening.
Oh, yeah. He loves barbecue, and he's just a great guy. Last year, the reason I put that competition on is I would usually do one in LaSalle, where I just was a couple of weeks ago with Ken, and they canceled that tournament and everything getting canceled through the pandemic. I was kind of over it.
Mm-hmm.
So he, come out and judged in that, and the height of that, all the people that come together for that. It was amazing,
Awesome.
And to have him out there, and the kids got to meet him, and he's a great guy. I talked to him, and as soon as I asked if he was on board, he was like, "Yep, I'm down." So he's a great dude. We got Chef Brad Scott, local celebrity chef, run Scott Community Culinary Arts program over there.
Oh, cool.
For years. He will be here. He was a judge in LaSalle and has judged in multiple culinary competitions and stuff like that. My teammate from Team Apple Smoke, Kelly Karras, she'll be there. Was my sous chef in 2017, the World Food Championships. And basically, wherever I travel, she's the one that makes sure that my ass gets on the plane and actually don't get lost in a fucking airport or something. And does.
We all need those.
God,
we really do.
I have to have direction on that, or I get lost very easily. So yeah, and not to be driving anywhere.
Actually, just a quick thing, dude. When I was, where the fuck was I? When I was picking up JD or stopping for JD somewhere, I can't remember, but I was like going to pick up my buddy from LA during COVID when it happened, and I was on an airplane, and that we stopped in like Denver, not Denver, maybe it was it was in Texas. Dude, they're telling me like, hey, you need to be across the airport. The second we got off the one flight, you need to be there in 3 minutes. They have me in a car. They're driving me to the other side. This is what they do nonstop. I'm like, how do people handle this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I just couldn't even believe that. But yeah, okay, now go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So she'll be one of the judges. That she was also a judge last year. That you are judging.
I am judging.
Yes.
I am
love in the house.
Yeah, we will. I'm gonna give a lot of love. Just don't. As long as I can chew through it, man,
oh yeah,
you're gonna see my body melt.
Yeah. Ken Versluis, Bone Collector Bar. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be a judge, and I will be a judge again. Mm-hmm. Last year it worked out really well. We had great judges. Like I said, the competitors were all great. The people that come out that were great. And sponsors, and we're hoping this time is going to be just as great. And to expand on this going, further, World Food Championships has been a friend. And, I've asked for golden tickets, and I've received them. You put on quality. So And that's another thing about the event. It also takes it from a barbecue tournament, rib competition, to a World Food Championship qualifying event.
Yeah,
and puts it on the map.
And it puts it makes it important.
Yes.
It's not just a hey silly backyard competition. This makes it people want to win.
Oh yeah, and if you want to win and you want the golden ticket and you want to be a champion and you want to go after $120,000 in cash in Dallas, Texas, or stuff like that, there's so much to it. I mean, the last time I was down there, I got called up to be in the World Chili Championships. I had 3 weeks to get everything together. Mm-hmm. Sponsors, flights, recipe, and create all that stuff. And then I would have stuff shipped to Alabama. Like I had a whole tenderloin for filet mignon that I would smoke and cut up and put into the chili when I was down there. And it was like we had a 3-meat one, and then there was a Cincinnati style one or whatever. But I did one that was a chili mignon. Mm-hmm. That was my main one. But you have to, all those products, ingredients, and stuff that you may be working with here at home may not be in Alabama or Dallas.
I never thought
you got
about
to research.
That. Yeah.
And you have to have all your stuff there. Like here, you're coming there, you can tweak your recipes and do things, and you can do that there too. But all your recipes have to be submitted weeks in advance, and there's the shifting of that. Puts a lot of pressure on competitors and folks that are in that, and you really have to be on your game. You're not there to play around. It's to be the world champion. Mm-hmm. You have 500 teams that face off for a week straight in different divisions, from recipe to chef to burger, bacon, and multiple other categories. And the experience when I first went there was like, holy shit, what I just get into. Mm-hmm. And I had a lot of support going down there. I definitely learned a lot, and I met some really awesome folks, and that was probably the biggest thing I won down there. I have the opportunity to talk with chefs from all across the world and talk about dishes or tweaking things, or if there's something I'm trying to create here, get their take on it. Not their crazy recipe, just something you're going to do at home or for your family, or and that's one of the greatest things about that. And in barbecue, when I first got into it, it's a lot of shit talking, everyone's smoking.
Yeah.
And this community, and it's great. I love it. In the world food community, I mean, there's still people that talk shit and have fun with that, but it's such a camaraderie. Everyone checking on each other, talking to each other. I have a lot of great friends from there, and friends that are from India to Africa to Germany, that I have met through, in person there. And then we still are talking years later and following each other. And
so one of the funnier stories that so when it came to, when Ken came on the podcast for the first time, Ken opened up the Bone Collector, and it was, awesome place. And I went up and met him, such a nice guy, incredible, all these things. But it was right at the start of the pandemic, and I was hooked on a brand new, it was a barbecue show on Netflix right at the start of the pandemic. I just cannot remember. I cannot remember. There was like a little pudgier woman with red hair in the season, a big, tall, muscular black guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's the...
He ended up winning.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was so hooked on that show and so fascinated. I was so fascinated in the culture of cooking and the way they had to build their own pits and stuff like that. That was incredible. That's
one that's got Jamie Grubbs on it.
Yep. Grubbs. I follow him on Instagram too. Yeah. I started watching it, and then that's when I turned the smoker on, and man, I just wanted to get good at it.
Yeah.
Like, so I started trying to learn. You know, like no one's saying that I'm like no one's gonna say I'm good at this at all. But I do I like it. I enjoy it. Like I like going to places now, 2 different places all over. Like I was just in Iowa City, and there's a place called Wildwood Smokehouse, and I went there, and I was like, man, this is awesome. This is good, but. And then going to Ken's and stuff like that. And then last year, 2 years ago, when was it when it was in Matherville?
That was about 5 years ago now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow, man, Mom.
Yep.
It's a fireball talking. But no, like I was walking around trying people's stuff, and I was mind blown. I was like, how does this rib taste that much different from the person 5 feet away? Like, how does a rib taste that much different? And then, you know, like some people just have this rib that just falls off and melts. And then some people have this where you're like, whoa, wow, this flavor and this taste, spicy or sweet. Or so what is your go-to? Are you a spice guy? Are you a sweet guy? Are you what is your
Mine has
tame?
some spice to it, but it is sweet. Mainly a sweet rib, and I incorporate wine into my ribs.
Oh.
Comp ribs and that, and a ton of like sugars and butters. And,
You should make some fireball ribs.
yeah. Shit.
Good Lord.
Yeah. A little spicy apple to them. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually.
Yeah. I've done ribs just messing around where I would put pineapple and bell peppers, red, green, yellow bell, and all that, and cook it in there with all the same stuff, brown sugar and honey and all that. Oh, yeah.
Damn, Daddy's speaking my language right now. Man, maybe we should get a couple of metal chairs out, beat the shit out of each other just to where we're brain dead enough, and then go have a cook-off.
Hell yeah.
Because then if I hit you hard enough, I might have a chance to win.
I take a pretty good shot.
I know.
I don't know. Probably not as good as I used to. But,
I'm really worried about it.
too many scars already.
Oh, man. Yeah, I actually got a really bad I had short-term amnesia when I was in high school. My senior football season, I was pretty good at football. And in the playoffs, right before we were in practice, and I went to head-to-head with somebody. We just, like, it wasn't even full speed. We just kind of, like, bumped heads.
Yep.
I lost my full memory.
Yep.
Yeah, I was relearning people's names. I didn't know who my parents were. I didn't know who my friends were. I didn't know what school I went to. Nothing. But the one thing I did, I thought my ex-girlfriend was my current girlfriend, which didn't make anything good with my current girlfriend. It was, but my ex-girlfriend didn't actually hate it, so
yeah, well, it worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I tried to play it off, like, hey, no, this is the way I got to pursue the rest of my life.
It was amnesia.
And they're like, his memory's been back for like 3 days at this point.
Yeah.
Like, no, I still don't remember this one.
He's good. He's good. Look, Ricky Bobby. You're good, Ricky.
Damn. Man, is there anything else? Because we're at an hour. Is there anything else you'd like to drop into this? I can't believe how fast that blew by. But I would love to do another podcast with you and Ken both in here. I want to get everybody out there October 9th.
Yep.
What time does it start?
Teams can be there at 6 a.m., but folks can start rolling.
What time am I
at
supposed to
11,
be there?
12. You? Let me see. Turn-ins are at 3, so you can be there, 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be there way before. I just want to make sure
6 o'clock, we're going to need you rolling people in there. No. We got that one.
Okay.
No, like 2, 3, or before that, about 2:30 or whatever.
All right, we'll work out the logistics later.
Eat all them damn ribs.
Oh, man, I will too.
I can't wait. There were so many great competitors last year at Smoke on the Water, and the ribs were... It's so tough to judge, when you got a lot of great ribs right there. Mm-hmm. And you don't judge, the rib against the rib you just had.
Oh yeah.
Everything is that,
fresh.
Yeah.
Clear palate. I clear my palate with Fireball every time.
Yeah,
sometimes, I mean, I could do it with Everclear, but
I use a Milo sweet tea. That's what
I
drank about 3 jugs out at Ken's this week.
Man, and then old Morgan out there, she drinks all of the energy drinks out
that
there.
Kid, let me tell you, lucky her dad's a mayor.
Such a cool kid, man. Well, like I really think that just meeting her and seeing like her philosophy. Actually, when it came to their dog that ran away.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that? Their dog ran away.
All right.
And it never came back. It's been months. But she put a post up on Facebook, something like, guys, I recognize the fact that he's not alive. If he would have been, he'd been home. But just please, if you know anything, I just want to bury him in the ground of our own ground where he belongs. Like,
Right.
man, I just thought, like, you're real grown for your age.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Man,
Well, she
yeah.
watches, the hell is it, Dick Clark and
I
shit
know.
like that.
That's so wild.
No, she's a good kid. Cracks me up. She's
Yeah, she's not afraid to bust your balls a second
no,
you walk
I
in.
mean, she's been around me and Ken here, so like, it probably ain't the greatest way to come up. Just wait till she gets a real job, and she's gonna be sitting there like Shit's Creek.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a whole new world for her then.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I would love to have you and Ken both on. Like, hey, shit, we can sit here and crack drinks or do whatever and just bullshit for hours.
Yeah.
And yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me on.
And all the links will be attached down below. And Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, YouTube, all those things. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, everything like that. And hey, we were killing it. In all these different countries, ranked in the top 10. The podcast was ranked in the top 10 in 4 different countries in comedy interviews. And guess what? It's my fault that we're not anymore because I didn't post for weeks. And we're back in the game. So, hey, I appreciate all you guys from all around the world that have been liking the podcast. And we're going to try to do better. I got a new job. Come on, I needed more money. This is Shot 30 Podcast. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Oh my God.